Oh, man. Oh, man. Why am I not surprised? Damn. ReviewTechUSA is getting hit by YouTube over Quantum TV now. What is this?
What's going on at YouTube, but there's corruption going on there. And I don't have a problem saying it, and if it means my channel gets shut down for saying it, so be it. I'll go walk off into the sunset and live stream on Twitch.
Imagine
so
that.
I go to check my account today, and I see that I have a community guideline strike, a warning. It tells me I could review the content here.
What the fuck?
It is it's not showing right now, but it was the live stream video where I showed a highlight clip about Quantum TV. Now, it also just so happens that now I have a couple videos that also I didn't rate the ads properly, which initially I didn't think was a conspiracy, but tied together with this.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, something's up. YouTube doesn't want us talking about this situation, but too bad, I'm going to continue to talk about it. However, I am not uploading content on this channel until this is resolved. It may never be resolved. YouTube may not remove this community guideline strike, but YouTube, what's going on? Why are you siding with hatred here? You are siding with someone who is verified to be a bigot, who has put hateful things, wishing death, wishing the LGBTQ community is shot dead. That's the side that you're siding with. This is a repeat offender that has done this over and over again, Quantum TV. And during Pride Month, you are siding with the bigot.
Isn't this just like, I mean, how is this still happening? I mean, really, how the fuck is this still happening? It's been like how many months now? It's been like 2 months that this has been going on during Pride Month. Yeah, it's just nuts, man. YouTube is insane. What the fuck is going on? Like, it's like take Actman out of the equation. Why is this guy on the platform? YouTube's lost their minds. Yeah, it's just crazy, dude. Who cares? Here's why it matters. It matters because you either have the rules or you don't. That's what it comes down to. You either have the rules or you don't have the rules. If one person can disrespect and disobey the rules and get away with it in such a blatant way, and I'm not talking about them, you know, some guy got off on, you know, something he did a while ago, it's whatever, right? It's not a big deal. I'm talking about somebody treating the rules as a checklist, as a to-do list of everything that they want to do wrong. Like, it's just crazy. And so for any creator, I find this to be insane. It's like, imagine if there was somebody like this at your work. Imagine if there was somebody that came to your work and they were getting drunk every day. They were constantly harassing other employees and they weren't doing their work to begin with. And then the guy complains about them and he's the one that gets fired. I mean, I think you'd be fucking livid. Everybody would be. I mean, Blizzard? Yeah, and they had a whole fucking, like, remember how big of a deal that was? Holy shit. Yeah, what's this here? Quantum TV and Elden Ring's video so bad it made one channel. That's what happens. If you make a video and then somebody else talks about your video, that's the price you pay for making a video and putting it out to the public. That's what happens. I hate it whenever people say bad stuff about me, but that's just what happens.
Because someone there has an ego and doesn't want to admit they made a mistake. Or maybe there's someone there that is a sympathizer. That's like incognito there. That sided with Quantum TV because they agree with this horrible takes.
Yeah.
And maybe someone else figured that out. And now, you know, it makes a lot of people look really bad. But I don't know what's going on there, but something is definitely going on. And right now, the way it seems, YouTube is siding with hate. Hate against the LGBTQ community during Pride Month. And this is confirmed so long as Quantum TV is on there, who has called me a sexual predator. And
he called them a pedophile. That's what he did. He called them a pedophile because he watches Vosh.
Called me a pedophile, lies he has said about me, and his videos are still up.
It's nuts.
Unless he takes them down himself, and I get a community guideline strike. You're making real good choices here. I'll have my live stream channel below in the description. I'll be live streaming there. I'll also have my Twitch there where I'm partnered as well. You may want to follow me on there. I may not be on this website that much longer. And if that happens, I'll be streaming on Twitch. But I'm not keeping my mouth shut about this. Whatever the hell is going on at YouTube, it's eventually going to be figured out. This is ridiculous.
This is nuts. Like, how is this still a thing? Like, I don't understand how this is happening. I don't get it. Quantum's also doing negative comments about him, critiquing him in any way. It's his channel. He can do what he wants. It's totally fine. I don't give a shit about that. Like, he can run his channel however he wants to run his channel. I'm just saying that other people, you know, shouldn't get a strike for talking about it. That's all the difference. Send a message to YouTube yourself. I mean, I don't understand. This is crazy. And what's also even more crazy about it is, like, more people haven't really picked up on this and seen this. It's like, if any other person would have gone out and said the stuff that this guy said, they'd be off the platform in a minute. And for whatever reason, they're defending this guy. It's just absolutely fucking crazy, man. Is Vosh a political debater like Destiny? Yeah, he does political content, talks about stuff like that. Ultimately, what Quantum did is he did the one thing that, in my opinion, I fucking hate this. It's whenever people go, anytime that you say you like somebody, they assume that that person, the person that you like, that you agree and approve of every opinion that they have. It's like, for example, there's a lot of people that, like, I like them, but I don't think that every single thing that they say is true. Like, I mean, am I the only person like that? I think there's many people like that. So Google's homophobic, racist company? Well, I don't think that's a bit far, right? But I think that they're protecting somebody who clearly is. Yeah, that's all it comes down to. And mental illness is right. Yeah, it's very, very obnoxious to see that. And I'll start with Quantum failing to get good in Elden Ring. Yeah, that's about fucking right. I like you, but I don't agree with everything you say. I don't think anybody does. Of course they don't want to deal with you. It's automated. They just ban the squeaky wheel. Well, that's why you have to have a lot of people that speak up against something. Because if you don't, then you just have people that just kind of go around and they, you know, they run the show by abusing things and intimidating people. I saw, actually, fucking ReviewTechUSA did a video about me getting suspended. I'm going to watch the video because it's about me. Great content. Asmongold banned for a ridiculous reason. Here we go.
You're a golden bird, and it's time to talk about Asmongold.
I love how whenever people pronounce my name in the wrong way.
Skip it up and that up.
Yeah, they just mess up.
Asmongold USA. I feel like this is the month of talking about banned YouTubers and Twitch streamers. But
yeah,
here
it's
we
about
are.
right.
It's a major problem, and it continues to need to be.
You blew it.
But here we are. It's a major problem, and I continue to need talk.
You blew it.
But here we are. It's a major problem, and I have to continue talking about it because
you have no idea how many times I retake my videos because I say something wrong at the beginning. I remember at the Games Expo, I mispronounced We Play within 5 seconds of it starting. You guys remember that? Within 5 seconds of this show start, I fucked it up. We Pay? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's shit.
I've never seen anything like this, especially when we discuss a tickled man. It's getting out of control, and how these platforms are moderated definitely needs to change.
Oh, yeah.
Both Twitch and YouTube.
I would agree with that, absolutely.
Bad job at it. Twitch is more consistent with doing a terrible job at either being overzealous with their moderation or their moderation being non-existent. But we know what happened with YouTube recently with Mr. Quantum TV. But anyway, this involves Asmongold, and he was torturing himself by streaming Diablo Immortal.
Yes.
And this is what happened. This comes from comicbook.com. I'll read it to you, then we'll discuss. Popular Twitch streamer Asmongold's second account, Zach Rar, was recently banned for hateful and unmoderated content in chat, except it wasn't his own chat going around unceremoniously throwing around slurs and insults. This ban was because a Diablo Immortal player typed out the gamer word with special text to get around filters in the in-game chat.
Of course.
Something that Asmongold doesn't have much control over, even with chat filters on.
That's true.
He noted in a YouTube video that he didn't want to give any attention, fearing that it would spawn copycats who thought it would be okay to do the same thing, so he just ignored it and spent a few minutes talking about why it was stupid to
I love how, like, whenever people write articles about me, They actually put this in quotes, stupid, you know? Give me a... God damn, I gotta stop doing drugs, man. I really gotta stop. This gets getting to be a bit much.
Terrible things, which
it's
should
a bit
be
much.
common sense, but we're talking about the internet. Twitch suspended the account with no grounds to appeal, stating that he didn't do enough to scrutinize.
That's not entirely true. Twitch suspended me, and I appealed. I wrote a 4,000-word essay in like 10 minutes, and then they responded within like 10 minutes. I don't even know if they read it, and they said, we're not going to appeal it. That's it, you're fucked.
The racism in the game, the in-game chat that he doesn't have control over. And what is he supposed to do? Even in your chat, yes, you could have filters on, and you should have filters on. I have filters in my live stream chat, but people find a way around it.
Of course they do. They always do.
And then you get the bots that come in that try to, and yeah, I have a bunch of good mods that delete it, but stuff still slips through the cracks.
Oh, yeah.
And you ban someone for not only, it's not even their chat, which is tough to keep up with, and I can understand why people miss this stuff.
It's a video game chat.
It's the in-game chat of a game that he was playing. Oh,
it's nuts, man.
Oh, that was a good excuse. I had to itch my nose. Oh,
it's nuts.
But you get, that's absolutely ridiculous.
The fact that needs to add filters to your stream chat and Twitch doesn't do it themselves is insane. Well, I think that they do have some words filtered out. I think that just in general, it's about like common sense. I think that whenever I got suspended, it was an instance of common sense simply not being applied. Like common sense being abandoned. We are not going to think about things in a logical, sensible way. We are just going to invent our own reality. That's what ended up happening.
Now, he made a YouTube video talking about this. Of course, with these platforms, you have to make a public stink for something to get done.
Apparently.
And the ban was removed. But I still think this was an important
story. I mean, like, that did kind of, like, the thing is, like, I'm pretty much past this. Like, I'm not really annoyed about it that much because it's already happened, etc. But, like, what's the logic there? So I get suspended because they think that I allowed racism in my chat, but then I make a video and I say, and it gets popular, and then what is it? They change their mind. They're like, oh, actually, the racism isn't that bad. Like, what are you trying to say here?
Because
you're a
it
small
ties
streamer,
into everything else that's going on with YouTube and Twitch right now, and you guys need to figure something out.
It's about being ad safe. True.
I get that advertisers still think it's 1995 and that everything can be controlled. See,
no, that's not even what they think. Like, I think that if you had a conversation with anybody at marketing for any of these places, you would tell them, like, yeah, occasionally people come on to voice chat and yell random stuff, and they're like, yeah, of course, that's what happens, right? Like, any reasonable person would know this.
Or there was user-generated
any reasonable person would know this.
On television, when an advertiser put a Coke ad up there, or a Pepsi ad, or a GMC truck ad, they knew exactly what their ads were going on. There was either a script because it was a television show, or it was a heavily homogenized news broadcast. So it was like, all right, everyone will want to buy our crap. No one's going to get offended. We're good. With live streams and with YouTube videos, I'm not going through a filter with the advertisers first. They're not checking my content first.
No, they're not. Not really.
I could upload essentially whatever I want to, and advertisers hate that. So what the platforms do to try to appease the advertisers, like, no, put your ads.
Yeah.
If there's anything remotely offensive in any way, even if the creator can't control it, we'll ban them. How about that? Will you put your... Okay, we'll put the ads on there then. That's... Okay, yeah, so we're going to be absolutely ridiculous and unreasonable and shut anybody down who's... even with things they can't control.
Well, this is what happens, is that, like, yeah, if you have a shoot first, ask questions later policy with, like, stopping bad ads from bad content creators or, like, anything bad, and, like, you just suspend somebody just for a second, for a second of something going wrong. It's the same as like people that like try to send in dicks for pictures to get like streamers to look at dicks or like other types of like not safe for work stuff. This kind of stuff, like punishing streamers for that, all it really does is get more people to post dicks. That's all it does. Why wouldn't it be that? Why wouldn't they say that? Yeah, same shit happens on live television. Yeah, fuck her right in the pussy. Remember that? Yeah, that was like a big popular fucking thing. And it was on national news. And it just happens. Like, I think that everybody just gets it. Everybody understands this. I don't know why some of these websites just don't get it. I think they're just so afraid of losing advertising revenue that they'll fuck anybody over even if it's not fair for that person.
That's how they get the
fake.
Advertisers
There's
to
a lot
slap
of
their
other
ads
people
on
that did
there.
it like afterwards.
It's also
that were being real.
And I said this during a live stream, which you should sub to my live stream channel, RTU Streams. We have a lot of fun there, and we've been talking a lot about a lot of tickled men over on my live stream channel. Go check it out. Is I'm sure a lot of these moderators are early 20-something. I hate saying kids, but I guess I'm 40 now. I guess
Holy
I can call
shit.
a 21-year-old a kid. But anyway, they're young adults.
Yeah.
They get out of college, and they don't know how the real world works. So there maybe was some 20-something-year-old mod there watching Asmongold. I like Asmongold. I actually watch his streams. I just like saying Asmongold because I'm weird.
That's okay.
Who were like, oh my God,
that's okay.
There was a bad word in his stream, even though he can't control it. Obviously, it's his fault. And they don't really get how this stuff works yet. And what these moderators don't realize, and Asmongold said this too, is when you do things like this and suspend a Twitch streamer,
it makes more of it happen
over something they can't control, especially, what does it do? It doesn't stop the trolls from doing it. It actually incentivizes them to do it more
because there's a reward structure.
Not only did I get this Twitch streamer banned, which got me attention, there's now articles being made about it. So I get a lot of benefit from this. Whereas if you just
everybody's
ignore
talking
the
about
garbage,
what you did,
hateful stuff they were saying, and say, look, just ignore it, move on from it. It's not okay.
It's
I don't
stupid.
condone
Who gives
it.
a fuck? Yeah.
But if you don't put the spotlight on them, take it from a guy who used to feed the trolls and now does not. If you take the spotlight away from the trolls and you don't feed the trolls, they stop doing the same bad things over and over again.
This happens with content creators all the time, man. Where like I watched this video about like why James Charles like ruined his career or something like that, and it's like any person that like constantly engages with people that don't like them. This is just like a fucking a pit of the abyss. You will just continuously make yourself more and more mad, more and more frustrated, pissed off, disappointed in the world. Like, it's just too much. And like, that's why I have the policy, like every once in a while I'll respond to somebody and I'll, like we'll have a little bit of fun. But for the most part, I don't deal with this because it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm not going to read this stuff, etc.
So
yeah,
what I think it is that, and these people who were like, wet behind.
It's the same. Like, remember, this is a good example. It was like, remember whenever Valkyrae did the whole Reflect skincare thing? The worst mistake she made was responding to the criticism. If she just made a response, wow. Thank you, everybody, so much for supporting this. I really hope that we can actually really help people and do something for a good cause. I appreciate every single one of your support. Pre-orders are sold out already, by the way. Hashtag to the moon. She would have been 1,000 times better. But if she's responding to and trying to fucking explain it, like, oh no, that's not really what it is, and try to understand people's concerns, nope, that's you already wrong.
Who are, like I said, in their early 20s don't realize this yet.
Yeah.
And they have to learn it. So I think that's what's happening too. But beyond all this, man, what people have to realize, whether you agree with it or not, I know there's a lot of people out there who still hold firm that this is not a real job, is that people do make their livings on here. And we rely on the tools that are out there, the moderation tools, and we rely on these websites to protect us because they need us as much as we need them. because it's our content that makes the money.
Oh, yeah.
And if we can't thrive on here because we don't have the right tools to moderate our content,
makes people
or
more
we have
nervous.
overzealous mods
for
who
sure.
are taking us down for things that aren't our fault, we can't thrive on here.
It's not a real job. See, the thing is, like, anybody who, like, only a salty loser cares about what they consider a real job and not a real job. Because nobody gives a shit about what you think is a real job or not a real job. Who the fuck decided that your opinion matters on this? Who gives a fuck? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just somebody does this to make a living. It is what it is. Yeah, if it's making real money, it's a job. That's the way it goes. It's like, yeah, nobody ever appointed you to be the job arbiter.
And if
you make a mistake by even trying to engage with people like that. But because by engaging with them, you to some degree validate what they think. Never even waste your time.
YouTube and Twitch can't make money either. So things have to change.
Yeah.
This is Rich of ReviewTechUSA signing out.
I appreciate the video, Rich. I do. I appreciate the video. This is something that I think I saw him. He watched this or something. I'm glad to see this. Yeah, it's a good video. I'll go ahead and I'll link it to you guys so you guys can give him some support. Yeah, there you go. Crime generates money, though. Well, yeah, it's a job. That's what they do for a job. It's just a word. Like, being a black mage is a job in Final Fantasy. Okay? Like, it's a word. It's like, this is what you do.